Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We've got some errands to fit in, but I thought it'd be useful to give you an idea of what to expect when you edit professionally.
Hey buddy, shall we go for a walk?
First I'm going to give this golden boy a chance to burn off some steam, and then hopefully I'll be able to get some quiet time to make this video. Right, now that we've tied him out, we can get into what are a few things to be aware of when you go into editing as a profession. So you've got to understand why you are being paid in the first place. First and foremost, you're there to deliver someone else's vision. You're being paid to put together all the various assets, whether they be shot on set, sourced from stock footage, music that's been composed, CGI elements, to put them all together in line with a script or a brief that's been given to you by a director or a producer. Now sometimes there won't be a script. That could be if you're working on a documentary or a reality style program, but there is almost always some form of skeleton to work from when you're producing a piece. But remember, you aren't a button monkey. Your secret sauce as an editor is how you bring it all together. Are you organised? How do you respond to feedback? How do you offer suggestions to make a piece better? How do you work with people? These are all aspects that make you unique, and you're being paid for those skills. So editing isn't quite like your normal daily office job. When you go into work, you're often going to be in a room on your own, or maybe with one other person, and that person will usually be your producer or your director. So that room will be your editing suite, and what you'll find when you go in there is that there'll be a bunch of monitors out in front of you, and if you're super lucky, you're going to get a window with a lovely view, but more often than not, it'll be a blacked out room, and you'll have no idea what time of day it is. So like I say, you're going to be in that edit suite on your own or with one other person. So it's a good idea to just take a bit of time to get to know each other, because you want to create a comfortable environment to really enjoy what you're doing, because after all, we're making TV. You got to have a fun time doing it, right? I will point out that it's not going to be the same environment every time you take a job. Sometimes you will have that edit suite, you'll be working on your own, or maybe you'll be working with a director or producer, and then other times you might have to be working on a location where you have to have like a temporary setup. Sometimes you might be working in a production office in a corner. Other times you might be in part of a bullpen with many other editors or editors and production staff together, and you'll just be passing stuff back and forth. But what I'm trying to get to is that you're not going to have the same setup for every single job that you take. So that means you just got to be a little bit flexible and adaptable depending on what the project you're working on requires. And besides, that's the fun part. You don't want to be doing the same thing every single day. So when you're walking into a new setting with a new client, I think it's really good to have an idea of what general expectations the client is going to have of you. Of course, every client and every job will be somewhat unique, but I'm willing to bet that nearly every client will want you to work quickly and efficiently. They would certainly expect you to be able to use the tools in your editing software. Being able to listen to a brief and deliver on what is required of that brief is obviously super important, but a big bonus is taking those listening skills and being able to read between the lines. As you know, sometimes it's very difficult to explain why something isn't quite working in an edit, and for you to be able to read between those lines, figure out what the problem is and come up with a solution to it is going to make you stand out. I think at the very least, you've got to try and stay professional, and that means being accommodating, courteous, and being able to hold the conversation. Basically, just don't be a and you'll be okay. In essence, you're looking to provide the confidence to your client that when they hand you their baby, which is that project that they've just given to you on that hard drive, is that you're not going to ruin it, and hopefully that you're going to help make it better for them. So I'm going to wrap that up there for now. Hopefully I've given you at least an idea of what to expect when you get into the professional editing game. But if you want to see more, hit the like button share with others, and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Shh. Please. Quiet on set. So you've got to understand why you are being paid in the first place. Hey, buddy. And that's my dog getting trapped in a cable. That's the dog getting trapped in a cable. And now he's gonna bark, because he's cool. Nice one.